Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of r/slash Tales from Tech Support. In today's episode, how does one master stupidity? Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you will never miss a video. So let's get started. How does one master stupidity? I'm back. Radio Shack franchise computer technician person guy here to complain about yet another customer. For basic context, we service thousands of unique clients a year with a workforce of 3 techs including the owner, and 2 of your more general Radio Shack type employees. I'd like to apologize for the sh*, though that is my story, but believe you me, after dealing with a customer like this you wouldn't be able to organize thought properly either. A particular customer in the automotive industry had given me an interesting migraine and a bad weekend. And the whole story stretches back to early October when he was having some printer problems, which I'm sure we can all agree are the most mind-numbingly stupid and annoying problems to deal with. I was dispatched to UNF at CK his printer issue, and while on the call had an absolutely enthralling discussion on why he should upgrade to 10 now rather than after the Windows 7 EOS. He agreed he should do it sooner than later because when 7 died we would be insanely busy upgrading half the town. Fast forward to Wednesday, January 29th. He calls in wanting an upgrade because the software he uses to keep track of pretty much everything relevant to his job is not going to support 7 anymore, and he is super busy. We have to do everything but fisticuffs to get him to part with his computer for the 2 minutes it takes to start the upgrade over remote support, and the 45 minutes or so it takes to install, because I have sh*t to do, and I don't have time. After finally convincing him I am not capable of warping time and getting connected, things are not going well. It was one of our bottom-of-the-line builds from 2014 or so with an Athlon 5350, imagine a quad-core, but all 4 cores add up to 1 Pentium core, and was running slow as hell. I learned later it had a degraded 5400 RPM HDD, which you can feel spinning up by touching the chassis, and enough dust to make a just add water pig pen kit. He doesn't want to part with it long enough for me to replace the HDD, because I have sh*t to do, and I don't have time. So we have to work something out here before he loses everything, and on top of that his software won't let me do the F**king upgrade because somehow it isn't compatible with 10 according to Microsoft, even though the software is what's telling him to go to 10. After begging him to talk to his software provider, I have more important sh*t to do. He finally buckles, Friday, January 31st at about 1:30, to buying a new PC. I Tasmanian deviled his *SS a PC in less than 10 minutes, and since I was the only tech on hand I called up there and requested a guy to come grab a flash drive from me with a simple plan. Come get the drive. 2. I remote in and move all important data to the drive. He brings the drive back to me and bam, I no longer need his computer on hand since his software company will be the ones to reinstall his programs. So the guy comes by, grabs the drive, and about 45 minutes later I get a call asking where to plug it in. Turned out he was looking on the monitor for a USB port. I try to remote in and he says he doesn't have an internet connection. He had unplugged his Ethernet and sat the USB in the Ethernet port and finally got it right. Every few seconds during the phone call he is repeating I have sh*t I need to get done. I log in, start the transfer, call him, and say you can use everything on your computer, but do not touch this window here, and walk away for about 20 minutes to go do something else, and when I come back the session is gone. $#at. He doesn't pick up my calls, and at 4:45, 45 minutes before closing on a Friday, I wasn't even on the schedule for he brings his poor mistreated machine for the transfer. I swear the thing flinched when I reached to pick it up, demanding it back by Monday. Best part is my flash drive was plugged into the Ethernet port again. Now here is the part where I wish I could tell you I bludgeoned him with a Seagate, or shanked him with some old DDR2, but in a small town word gets around fast, and even though this guy is an absolute *shoal a lot of people know him, and we don't need him making us look like the bad guys by turning him away. Problem is I had sh*t to do today, and was planning on being somewhere that is not work. Honestly, this software was mission critical for his business, although he refused to tell me when the upgrade had to be completed before his stuff no longer worked. It was clearly functioning other than a warning message on startup, and I couldn't find the answer to that question myself, but I still had to try the old "hey dollar customer." Yeah, so I kinda had plans for this weekend that were made during Christmas time line to no success other than him bitching about needing it done now. So I come in on Saturday, February 1st. We normally don't have any techs on schedule for Saturdays, and I have now come in 2 days in a row. I wasn't supposed to work just to please this guy. Fiancé is annoyed, I'm pissed, and my kids are missing daddy, so I am in a visibly sh*tty mood. He isn't even open on Saturday, so I had to dig through the phone book before finding out one of his coworkers is friends with my coworker's husband. I get his number and he'll be goddamned if he doesn't pick up. Hear me say this is you/ishnicism with the %, then promptly hang up on me. I tried calling back and he declined the calls. Whatever, we're in it to win it then. I finish the transfer, post the invoice, and set it by the front door with a sticky note on it for whoever opens Monday to call him, since I come in a few hours after opening. I show up Monday and the machine is gone, but upon getting to my desk and noticing a distinct lack of RGB, I realize my keyboard has 4 notes all with his name on them. We don't use a formal ticketing system. I call him and ask what's going on. He tells me he can't reinstall his software. I tell him to call his software provider, and we part ways. An hour and a half later he calls again. It's installed, but the data isn't there. I assure him it is and navigate to the folder. I spent 20 minutes backing up to show him it is there, but that his software company will need to import it. 2 more hours he can't figure out how to import photos from his camera for the sake of dealing with insurance companies for body work, and this is where the trouble really starts. I remote in, show him the standard method of transferring individual photos via the good old copy/paste method, which should work great because he wants the photos on his desktop so he can drag and drop them into Outlook. The next day he calls back. I remote in and show him the same thing again. I also can't scan, so I install HP Scan and Capture and point it to his scanner and show him how to use it. Next day, again, I can't import these photos and I'm falling more and more behind, so I'm just downright pissed off at this point, but I try being a good employee again. $me, it'll show you another method that is meant more for backing up pictures from a camera. It is really meant more for storing things like vacations and events though. $him, I don't care, I just need it to work because we aren't making any money and we keep wasting it on you. I grit my teeth, remote in again, pin photos to his taskbar, show him how to import through that, and while trying to show him where they import to he says, "You need to slow down, this isn't my job, you're the computer technician." That was the breaking point. I was going as slow as physically possible, only performing the next step when I heard him say okay, as I know he was writing notes. $me, no, actually this is your job. My job has never required me to import photos. My job has never required me interacting with insurance companies, and my job has damn sure never required me to work with software designed to keep track of automotive repairs. $him, can I speak to $other tech? $me, gladly. Fast forward one last time to this week. Monday he calls again. He still can't figure it out, but $other tech is at home sick. I check how much time she has spent cumulatively since then over remote support with him, and it is well in excess of 12 hours. I clocked about 8 hours on the new one in the week leading up to snapping, but we have probably around 22 hours of billable labor at $85 an hour, factoring in the transfer and malware removal. That could have been literally 2.5 hours if he wasn't so dense. We are now sitting at a whopping 26 hours total on the new machine alone, maybe an hour or 2 of which was anything other than trying to teach him how to transfer pictures from an old camera. A full 24-hour day plus change. To copy and paste. We have now deferred him to a sweet lady we know that teaches other old people how to use QuickBooks. She has the patience of a saint, and I sadly expect to see her in the obituary any day now due to a stroke from dealing with this dingus. If I hear anything from her and people care to hear about it, I'll post a follow-up in comments.